Today I'll be reviewing season 1 of Disney's The Owl House, which came out in the wonderful year of 2020.
Amity, dinner's ready!
I caught a bat!
Edric, don't eat that.
Before I get into the main part of the review, there are spoilers ahead if you decide to continue watching. Afterwards, I did warn you, so...
Shut up.
Thank you. Couldn't say it better myself. Let's go, shall we?
Come on, Adolin. You would be late when I need you most. Sister, I see that you got my invitation.
First up is animation. I gotta say this is one of the things I quite like about The Owl House. It has a wonderful 2D art style and feels very Disney among things like Composable, Phineas and Ferb, and more recently Star vs. the Forces of Evil. The art style feels like it won't get dated like a 3D one would. I mean, one of the shows I just mentioned is now old itself and still looks good today. For a show involving magic, special effects can make or break the show. But where does The Owl House lie? When magic spells appear, it's a wonderful and colourful lights alongside the spell's effect and makes them seem believable and awesome. Good examples of this are whenever the two Crawthorne sisters are in witches' jewels, as there's so many spells flying during these and it looks badass and makes me wish I could do that. Following up from animation, I move to characters. The main character is Luz Noceda,
I am Luz Noceda,
which is a Hispanic teenaged bisexual human girl. Alongside her, the other main occurrences are King, a demon,
Ida, he's so cute!
Hootie, a house demon, and lastly, Ida Crawthorne, who is also known as the Owl Lady due to
I'm Ida, the Owl Lady, the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles.
what she looks like when she transforms into her best form from a curse she has. There's also Luz's classmates she hangs out from time to time with. Those there are Willow Park,
hi, I'm Willow.
Gus Porter, and Amity Blight,
Hi, Amity.
who's initially a bully, then ends up being nice to Luz, even ends up as a cute little couple. But on the other side of the fence there's Lilith Crawthorne, Ida's older sister,
You know her?
You could say that.
Mysterious past.
Thank you all.
who shows the start of a redemption arc in the final episode. Then there's the always been and always will be evil Emperor Balos. There's also some other miscellaneous other ones that aren't as important to the story. After listing some of the notable ones, what do I think of them? Alongside the ones I just mentioned and the others I didn't, I felt like all the characters fit the world of the show. The characters have wonderful personalities which make an impact and make me want to dive deeper and watch more.
I can't. My camera's all blasted.
Then what about that light spell?
The story involves Luz Noceda, who fantasizes about fantasy worlds and one day follows someone who stole one of her favourite fantasy books, which leads her to a portal which she goes through and she ends up in a world that till recently she only fantasized about. Once in this world she encounters Ida the Owl Lady, who lives in the Owl House, which is the title of the show, who eventually teaches Luz magic.
It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just did magic.
Ida is a wanted criminal though, and her sister Lilith is trying to get her so she can join the Emperor's Coven. Ida has a curse that was given to her by her sister so Lilith could get into the Emperor's Coven, and there was only one spot available. But it turns out Ida was going to pull out of the deciding witch's jewel anyway, but the damage was already done. Lilith's reasoning, though, to try and get Eda in the Emperor's coven is because the Emperor has said he'll heal Eda's curse, which in the final episode you find out is a lie. While in the Boiling Isles, Luce's mum is under the impression she's at summer camp and has even been getting letters that say Luce at the bottom, so she's none the wiser.
Aw, that's a cute way of saying text.
Shortly after Luce arrived, she encounters some people her own age, which eventually leads her to go to Hexside Academy of Magic and Demonics with them. Once Luce goes to the school, some school stuff happens, but due to the setting, it's all magical and a bit different to what she's used to, even when similarities appear. Eventually, Luce and her classmates go on a field trip to the Emperor's castle, where Luce tries to steal a magical artifact with the intention of healing her local mother figure, Eda's curse, but gets caught by Lilith.
I needed that to heal your sister!
These decrepit relics are useless. If you want to see your friend again, deliver this to Adolin.
Lilith uses this opportunity to try and get her sister out of hiding, and it works, but in the ensuing fight, Eda uses up all her magic and changes into a beast form, then is caught and taken to the Emperor. Once in his possession, Emperor Balos shows his true colours, that he wasn't going to heal Eda at all. She's going to be petrified in stone.
We have to do something.
Today is a grave day for Bonesboro.
This is unbelievable. Please tell me that's not as bad as it sounds.
Petrification is only done to the worst criminals, and once the spell is complete, it can't be reversed.
Once Lilith finds out she had brought Eda to the Emperor on false intentions, she teams up with Luce to try and save her, but gets caught herself in the process. Luce has a short fight with the Emperor, which ends up with the door to the human realm destroyed. Then she rescues Eda at the last second.
What do we do? The spell wasn't completed. Maybe I can help her fight it.
No! What is happening? Free them now!
Then her and Lilith fly to the owl house on beast form Eda. In one of Lilith's last moments on screen this season, she uses a spell on Eda to share the pain she caused her sister all those years ago. In the process of doing so, both sisters get heterochromia. And at least one of them loses the ability to do magic the way they used to. With the door destroyed, Luce records a message about her reactions for her mum, while the Emperor tries to make a portal with the remains of the destroyed door.
Please, allow me to capture them.
Worry not, Kiki. We'll be keeping an eye on the inhabitants of the Owl House. In the meantime, the Day of Unity is almost upon us, and we have much work to do.
Okay, that's what happened story-wise, but what did I think of it? I quite liked it. It had a wonderful fantasy world and feeling to it. There are some moments, though, I felt, what if this had been a movie? But then there's also ones that show why it was better like this. I quite liked the LGBT elements like Lumity, which didn't feel forced and just there to say they did it. It was a wonderful start of a series and I would like to see more. It did seem like it was written in a way it could still work as an only season, despite the fact that it would leave some story elements unanswered. But I don't want that fate for the Owl House. It has a mix of funny moments, serious moments, dark moments, and even some sad moments. And in my opinion, a good balance of the lot, and they're also well placed. I also liked the sense of continuity it had. There was no fixed the next time as if it didn't happen, which sometimes happens with some other animated shows. The Owl House tried to tell a collective story as well as its small individual ones. I can't wait for Season 2, that's how good the storytelling was. It got me hooked. Before we reach the conclusion, I thought I'll mention a few things before that. The theme song at the start and the beginning of the show was awesome and fit the vibe the show was going for.
We can fix this together. Heck yeah, we can! I know.
Other sound effects and music other than that, the theme fit the individual moments they were into. The voice actor to character pair-ups seemed to fit perfectly, and I hope they don't change in future seasons. So after 19 episodes, what do I think of season 1 of The Owl House overall? I think it's a wonderful new fantasy show I would recommend to fans of Harry Potter, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, or simply just Disney overall. I give The Owl House season 1 an 8 out of 10.
I'm here to train. I'm trying to beat Ed and M's highest score on the exam. Aw, Mittens, that's impossible.
She still needs to use a training wand to learn new spells. So what are you working on? Something powerful?
Yep, powerful spells. I'm working on one that's so crazy. Ida's a pretty incredible teacher.
Luce, I shall now teach you.